Good afternoon, y'all. What's happening? It's your boy Marley Ma. Anyway, I just got done looking at this video with this black guy who happened to be in Atlanta, Georgia, and he was interviewing these two black ladies, and it looked like the ladies were interviewing him. So I figured it was a three-person interview, and it was about a relationship that where he was dating this girl, and she had lost her job. She worked at a strip bar or whatever down in Atlanta, and he said she was making about 3,000 a night. But at first he said 2,000 a night, but then I think he increased it to 3,000 a night. So the ladies were listening to him. Then he was explaining that she was getting money, but then all of a sudden she lost. She loses her job, and she had a cell phone bill that she needed paid. So she asked him for $150. And he said he gave it to her, but in the midst of that giving it to her, he asked her would she pay him back, and he said she laughed about it, laughed out loud or whatever. So the ladies were looking at it like, well, she really needed this money, and you helped her out. She really needed that, so thank you for helping me. Or she either felt embarrassed or whatever the case scenario was. But it showed that he really wanted it to be a relationship because he said he known the woman from before. So I'm thinking, dude, you just used to not picking good women, or you just like these types of women that you keep picking, and then you wonder why you're not even being looked at the correct way, or you're not being taken seriously because of your approach or how you started out the relationship. Maybe you should have set some rules and some boundaries before you sort of got serious with this lady. Now, I don't think they slept together. He didn't really give a whole lot of details on that. So maybe they didn't sleep together. But it's the fact that you said y'all been dating for about 3, 4 weeks, getting to know each other better. Uh, but then I guess you got. I mean, you said you didn't get pissed off, but obviously you did, or it rubbed you a little way because you insisted that you got paid back, and then when she paid you back 3 weeks later, she didn't say thank you. Well, you got to remember, nowadays is a different time. Women back 40 years ago or whatever, women that were born, I mean, I'm sorry, mothers that were in the 1970s and the 80s, it was a different time frame. A lot of women back then depended on their husbands or their long-term relationship with their boyfriends for the man to be the leader of the house, pay all the bills, take care of his wife, take care of his girlfriend. She got kids. He go to work, she take care of the home. Nowadays it's different. It's a lot of where women nowadays have the power and the ability to work a job, make money, find a babysitter, pretty much do what men do. So it's not about, oh, I need you to stay in the house. I need you to be submissive. I need you to follow my rules or let me be the man that I need to be. It's a different day now. It's not 1972. It's not 1961. You know what I mean? This is 2025. You got a lot of women that's educated. A lot of women have been to college. You name it. A lot of women with degrees, PhDs, bachelor degrees, master's degrees, you name it. They got all that. So, men, you got to be really persistent about what kind of woman you want. You got to know what kind of woman you want. You got to know if you want the woman to be soft, if you want the woman to be loving and very, very respectful. She doesn't say curse words. She's church going. She church going and she believes in God. She's not a woman that just so happened to be going to church and she's just warming up the pews or just going to be seen. you know, you just gotta know exactly what you want. And same for women. You women gotta know the kind of man that you want. You know, they some of the people were commenting in the video, they were saying, man, dude sound like a little kid. He was just giving away too much information. He was talking too much. He was a tell-all, you know. And then somebody said, well, you know, the Bible talks about in the book of Proverbs, a wise man don't say nothing. He just be quiet and just go through with it. A foolish man tells everything. He tells his whole heart. Well, that may be true. But at the end of the day, we all need information. There's no such thing as the perfect man with the perfect blueprint, or how to date the correct way, how to go into the relationship the correct way. There's no right or wrongs about anything. It's just when you meet that significant other, the both of you are gonna face each other, and one of you got to do one thing, and then the vice versa, you got to do that. And what I call this is, if you could take your top lip and your bottom lip and connect them both together, and I mean this, you shut up and you really shut up, that could do you a lot of good just by shutting up and listening to what the other one got to say. Now, those are not the correct words of how some other people would say it. They would use the cuss word, would say the F word. But I'm not going to say those words, but you get what I'm saying. So as long as you guys go in and have a understanding, and then you just like listen to that man speak, hear everything he has to say, take it in, think about it, you know, vice versa. The lady speak, the man be quiet. He think about what she said, take it in, and go from there. Because there's no such thing as a perfect man, a perfect woman, the right man, the right woman. It just has to be some sort of balance. You know, like it's no different when they talk about frequencies and vibrations and negative and positive and good and bad. But all these things is gonna bring either a good or a bad out of it. You just gotta be willing to deal with who you deal with, and they gotta be good for you. You know what I mean? And if they're good for you, then the both of you are gonna be okay. Even when an argument arises, the two of you have to be willing to say, hey hon, hey babe, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I try to be better next time. I I think about what I'm doing. I really take my actions under consideration and try to be better. But then we hear people say, well, man, you said that stuff. You meant what you said. And you can't take it back. Excuse me. Now, that is true. If you say something without thinking and you said it, people are going to remember that. They're going to use it against you. So sometimes it's best to take your time, think stuff through, then speak, then respond. A lot of times we just be snapping, going off, and then the wrong words get said without thinking, and boom, then we got a big ass problem, and then it's like uh, you can't even get it back because you went too far. So that's why when that man said, like I heard him say, if you take your top lip and your bottom lip and shut the blank up, and you shut the blank up, that would do you a lot of good. I heard that, I was laughing so hard. I said, man, ain't that number the truth? A lot of people could do that. Shut up and think about what you need to be doing, including myself. I got to shut up and think about what I'm doing and put things in consideration and put things in order and do things in decency. Everything will work out. But once again, we got people, man, that don't want to do what's right. They're not thinking about what's right. So what happens? It be all these problems. All these things are happening. All these things are out of whack. All these things is up and down and crazy, and we can't even figure out which way to go because we done went too far. So in life, think about what you're gonna do. Treat your relationship how you want it to be and how you want somebody to treat you. I mean, there's this saying, do unto others as you want others to do unto you. That got to be a serious deal. You know what I mean? You got to treat people and love people as your one self and respect people how you want people to respect you, how you respect somebody, okay? So we got to do all that first in all that we do. And the best thing you can do is take care of you first. Get you right first. I think that's the greatest thing to do going into a relationship. Make sure you got yourself right. Make sure you got rid of all your baggage, all your problems, all your negativity, all the problems that you yourself come with. Get rid of all of that first. Then when you got an open, clear mind and you feel good, you just took care of all your business and paid all your bills and cleaned up your credit and all this stuff you got to do to better you, then you can go into your relationship hands on like, hey, I'm good. I'm ready to help whoever, and maybe that person's ready to help me. And you might find that significant other that seems like your soulmate, your better half, your person that's meet you halfway in everything you do, and it look like, man, we can't go wrong. So once again, take care of yourself and take care of each other. All right, YouTubers, y'all be blessed.